Hello, this is Taero of Sybithos, going ahead and covering a bit of recap from Volnoki. Uh, Basically, Volnoki just went with this stretch of exploring. She wasn't really making commentary or anything. But yeah, we went through Mount Gilmer when we found this magma worm. So that's a thing. So anyways. Basically, we pretty much went through going, just exploring some. Well, for parts of the journey, we had things playing in the background. And as said, we weren't really commenting. So it was just kind of time passing. For the most part, it didn't feel like there was much scraps to pull together. Then I realized just how much there was to record regarding our adventures with the magma worm on its own. So this will be just a couple of clicks across what we're doing. First of all, we found, going from Old Atlas Tunnel, we found that there were the Wenham catacombs. I believe we called here while just glancing at them. Sorry. I didn't do that great. And we saw magma worm. We're like, ooh, magma worm. We're fighting magma worm. It's going as great as you're expecting. There will be one, two. There will be 4 encounters that we're covering here. The magma worm being one of them. I hate the problem. There's going to be 2 cars we're looking here, and since this is one of the longer ones, it looks like. Oh, that did. I just look away for 1 second and you die, Volnoki. What the hell? So, besides the Wenham catacombs, after the magma worm, we keep going along the path, and we find that there's, the spell for roiling magma. Kind of a handy spell. It throws a glob of magma, and if it doesn't hit something, it'll splatter across the ground and become a hazard for a bit. So we found that, and yeah, it's like, see, just the gap there, I believe it is actually. I'll issue a correction on the next encounter if that's incorrect. So, there's roiling magma, you keep going a little further, and there's a lot of those, I think they were goat-like animals that have been great for thin bone farming. So if you are running a bow and arrow, or you're making monsters manage to respawn, if you're crafting arrows or throwing daggers, we think that'll be a helpful spot to look at. It's near Cybergrade, so you'll be able to recharge a lot. And with towards the beginning, if you want to do arrows specifically, that first castle plate with those eagles on the tower tops. We bet if you bring silence and invisibility spells, that'll just be great for getting feathers. You've seen how great it was for feathers already. A little bit of pain, but less of it when you're at higher level, if you're not doing a low level challenge. Alright. Time for the rematch. It's, wow, looks like it's holding a blade. Is it actually holding a blade, not just like a piece of cloth? Magma Worm's definitely one of those encounters that for us felt like... it's not that these are easy bosses, obviously, but... as you can see. It's not that these are easy bosses, but what happens is that just, you know that feeling when you feel like you could really take it on, but you're just screwing up a little because you never level up your vigor, and you die in a couple shots because you never up your vigor? Yeah, we're about there. This is how Volnoki felt about it. I forget if it's ever actually come up properly, but quite frankly... Oh, it is holding a blade. Maybe... Yeah, it looks like it's just... It just somehow got its hands on something like that and it's holding it. Well, that explains the asymmetry, not that there's never been an asymmetrical... Not like there's never been an asymmetrical species before. I believe certain species of crabs are. And that magma worm is awfully crabby. Yes, there are disagreements on the build. Yeah, I lost my place. If I sound different... Oh, wow! You know how to use summons! Good job, Elden. I don't remember where I played. Now I forgot what I was about to talk about just now. Yeah, there's some disagreements on where our build is, and on one hand, yeah, you can do something about the way your build is in the game. But on the other hand, it's a little too rigid for us to do, but unfortunately that's where we face a lot of games. We really gotta match up our altars and playstyles a little better. But speaking of playstyle, people say that Torrent is not great for battles apparently. I've heard boring, I've heard clumsy or something. Although it's a little narrow, I guess. Magic Glint Blade is amazing with Torrent, as you're seeing here. You don't really think about where you're facing because the Glint Blade will just point where it sees an enemy. You could lose luck every now and then, but overall it's pretty good. I feel like we're a lot more talked up when we're doing post talk. Obviously we would be. Especially since I'm sitting here feeling like I need full silence. My personal preference is more mix of physical and magical, whereas this has been very magically lean. But I'm not one of the authors participating in this. believe this is the first time we saw the second phase. I don't. That is definitely a gold weapon, yeah. And it has gotten how many times more dangerous now? With a sweeping spray like that. Getting close. And solid heat thrust through. Now Magma Worm has a well-cooked meal. Really good after losing so many calories in that fight. Back in here. Somehow this monster's making me think of Pac-Man again. Instead of chasing ghosts, it's chasing zombies. I'm suspecting the tarnish is on the... I mean, you could die and come back and block. Now you could be a resurrected immortality, but... Undead is more intuitive to take and Soul's blocking. I think there's a tendency for undead in them. Right? Definitely. Another benefit of Magic Flame Blade is that if the enemy just rams their face into it, they'll just eat all the Magic Flame Blades at once. They are tangible for the enemy to hit the second phase. Oh, that's a stance spray! Looks like she's going for summoning it. And does that spell mage shoot? Goodbye your... Alright. We got the Magma Blade. Is this the run? Is this the run? Oh. That's a hammer. Bring down a hammer. Health is going down pretty nicely. That's another stance spray. First, there are a lot of left. I think that's just an efficiency. But yeah, she has this. Looks like Magma Worm is defeated. Yeah. If she can properly get in range, Magma Worm is defeated. And that's great enemy fell. And we'll go ahead and move on. Oh yeah, Worm would be great. So, that's that fight, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, so, not only was I correct, but I'll give you a little more detail. you want the craftsmanship, check. That's where you get the farming spot. But yes, feeling really invigorated from taking that Magma Worm down. We just like we could take on anything. Remember that this one gave us so much trouble before. And she's feeling confident enough that she's not even using her summon. Sounds like a really dumb move. Right before the fall, right? So, looks like they're both trading pretty tough. So, Volnoki's giving respectful damage, but the Star Beast is giving Unite damage. Alright, let's see another round for it. Maybe she's gonna take this fight seriously. Yeah, that was a throw anyways. Losing Torrent at that point. Do we not have the... Oh, we don't have the item yet. Oh, we just have an item that we have been making use of a lot lately. And we don't have it yet. It's weird not seeing it. Also, we really like throwing daggers, but the crossbow feels like it does everything we go to the dagger for. Good job. Good job, Volnoki. You stand there. Maybe Battle Mage Hugh can do the battle for you while you're dead. Some of us just dump as usual find the local monster believed to be rather adorable. And what's the flush game? And while I generally disagree, for some reason I can't imagine this having a flush game. Oh. Yeah, that farming spot was good for Senbone. For the feathers, if you want to make arrows or bolts out of them. Remember that the first castle has those eagles on the high place, and if you have visibility skills, then you wear it. With the art as well. Hard to make a recommendation for more physical users, since you don't have some full quirky spells like white sweeping and things. Some HQ is going great for distracting it. Do we have a kill on this one? Do we got this? That's a lot of damage to not have someone take the heat. And obligatory fuck-off lasers. I just realized this species might be cycloptic. Assuming that purplish ring is its iron. Don't screw this up. You have it. And that is a falling star beast and a deer tray and a very useless jaw. That's like a street requirement we can't do, I believe. But yes. After this, we go ahead and after a bit more traveling, we go to the starting region, and I will see you at the next jump. If you're actually going to get started, especially if you haven't started yet, so we're at the wind area in Limgrave right now, you can see. We actually do not have this stop mark. We go here very, very much. Yeah, you see where we're at. The War Master Shack. You get some extra boars that you could buy. The prices aren't so bad. You're about to see.
Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order? Yes, you're a tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper tarnished, like you.
Yes, this knight has these techniques. And I believe putting no skill on shields is something that some people find helpful.
Well, until we meet again.
Unfortunately, very heavy on magic usage. Even though the rapier has seen some usage, I think Betraysa has popularized us using our melee weapon. But yes, we're going to go around and Limgrave, and we'll see you in the next battle. Alright, so we are going through the river along about the middle of Limgrave itself. We have seen the Death Touch Catacombs. I believe it was a little bit... Yeah, it's somewhere in northwest here. Well, the carousel was near it, if you want to find it on your own. And, alright, we're starting our way to battle. And we're fighting a bloody tanker. Fortunately for us, we've been having an easier time killing lately. Just magic weapons has really made things successful. And now there's another person jumping.
The end is nigh. And your sister.
And then we died. Someone told us that character in the orange we wanted to keep alive. And for the life of me, I can't figure out who it was. Like, there's a couple of people that were around that we were recording for. That's not something we usually do with these offline upload videos, by the way. But just a rare occasion, we just felt really social at the time. And it was just like offline grinding, so why not? Well, not grinding, but exploring. The commute is brutal. It is more brutal when you don't want to fall to your death. As you can see here, a good way to get down without smashing your face into the river. And looky here, we have the Mistwater Catacombs. Or Murkwater Catacombs. That'll make the respawns on this fight much easier. As Volnoki fails fights that I claim are easy. Time for round 2. Oh yeah, the Brawling Magma. Good to see it in action. Yeah. You will surprise find it in Mount Gilmer. We're gonna have to knock this down as a cycle because we are a fan of hunting down the bloody fingers right now. Not sure where we would find it though. Nice. Yeah, in 2 shots we took care of this fight. And here's another location for anyone who wants to keep up. The Murkwater Cave. Alright, see you in the next battle. Not featured. 4 times that we face tank Fire Breath. The result for a pure mage is pretty straightforward. But yes, Flying Dragon Neck heal. This is one that, from what I understand, a lot of people know. We just turn this like the introduction of Dragon's for people. But battles that we've been having with other dragons is something that I was going to say helps, but then Volnoki dies very quickly. I need Volnoki to not die so that she doesn't undercut the things I am saying about the difficulty. Past altar Lucent Bird, can you do that for me? No. Jump on the wrong foot. Don't know how, but you really are. No, I know how. It's because you went straight for it. Went right directly for its face. What are you expecting with this? The backstabbing or something, you know? Or die on a fire. That's another drawback. Just the fact that we have, so we have just like take time to figure it out. Never mind fire resistance. Setting up crawling magma traps was not going to work. Points for fixing it up. Production though for the technical brilliance of a large creature that will likely take the direct hit is naturally a fire breather and spends half of its time off the ground. That might be worth with like production. That's halfway down. I don't think we've seen the linear fire breath attack yet. Oh, getting very close. Don't choke. I don't know ahead of time how many tries these fights take, as you could probably tell. All I know is whether we get it in the end or not. Okay, next. Does getting skull bashed when you have the boss on a sliver of health count as choking?
Yes.
God damn it, Volnoki, you choked. Something a little annoying with these fights are if you accidentally get in the wrong place a little badly, you can end up being outside of stake range. Finicky stake and summon ranges are probably one of the few things we have for this game. Which, we've been at this for a while, I can't think of any things that we have. So, I don't know, but very much has been worth its weight and reputation, we feel. Well, here's another thing already. Some summons feel a lot more useful than others. Oh wow. You want to be a little convert. Covert, not convert. Those were entirely different, yes? Those are not my hit. Hi, that was linear attack. Oh hey, the summons are dead. That is a very consistent mark. 6 out of 10 more. That was a skull bash with oh the health pod against it. Alright, is this going to be the one? Once again, we got very low health. losing the horse is not a good sign. She can still come back from us. She can still come back from us. She's still in the game, folks. She's still in the game, folks. She is not in the game. She is on fire. She is on fire. That's not... Why do they say I'm on fire? Being on fire is never good. The only burning passion she has is the literal aflame. I don't know where I was going with that. I know where she is going, to the side of grace. Oh. I have a little bit of a bias, but I always argued Taero was looking to fight a lot better than Volnoki. I'm sure someone will make me eat my words for that one. But that'll be a secret between the two of us. I think she's searching for a better side of grace. The sides of grace seem to be decently dense until you actually run one around. Alright, we're back to Bn6. Seems like a huge play. Alright, this is a better start. Making sure to hit and range and oh, let's take the air. This is actually a really rough start. A lot of misspelled and losing so much health already. Getting out of the so-called tree doesn't help, but at least it wasn't punished. I will get rest after this recording. Alright. Okay, this is holding some promise. Don't choke again. I would heavily argue against Bloodstone Pebbles, by the way. Yeah, this might be all work. And that's a Dragon Down partner summon is alive too. If you count the Magma Worm, that would be our second one, and obviously, if not, this is our first dragon. I would argue this is our first actual dragon fight that we went. Alright, so this is our 4 fight. There are a couple of points of interest. I'm going to skip over a couple of small things. Towards the end of this, we find Ashabor called Lifesteal Fist, which looks to be useful, and Poison Mist Ashabor, and Ashabor Flame of Renbei. But this will not be featured. I believe they are all in the playlist. And just going off of memory, I believe that would be northwest region of Kalen. If you want to search for this yourself. If anyone wants to find, wants me to get specific locations of anything from these run-throughs, I should be able to find whether it's these natural forests I'm mentioning or just in general things we had. Should be able to find it and get back to you. So feel free to comment if you want to ask about that. But I guess with wikias and stuff, that's a bit accessible for everyone. Alright. See. Alright, these are going to both be fairly short ones. But what I am going to show you is that while we're going through pretty much easternish portion of Caelid, we came across something, or rather someone. Come on. I think this is close to the eastern end of it, actually. Yeah. Pretty much at the eastern end of where you get around into the Church of a Plague.
Who's there? Well, it matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse. Not to be meddled with by man.
I think he wouldn't be able to... Oh yeah, there. Oh, pretty much in the middle.
If you are wise, you will my flesh.
So, we have found the person we're looking for. Now we just have to find the gold needle. And I will see you at the next point of interest. Alright, so after getting on-off chased and pretty much having felt like she's gotten a lot of turning around, Volnoki's gotten to here. And immediately pops into the Gale Tunnel. The goal here is we need to get a Site of Grace. It'll be really helpful to get a Site of Grace. Not just to have a nearby respawn point, but just to get back to. And that is very counterproductive to Sites of Grace. I mean, we will find a Site of Grace that way, but that is not a recommended way to find a Site of Grace. Because you will not find a new Site of Grace. No matter. By this point, these are common encounters. But yes, the Gale Tunnel. Finding her. Okay, go. Yep. Simple drops. And if that's a quick flash of the map so you can see where we are. Look to be northwest on the western end. And congratulations, Volnoki! You screwed everything up. That's going to be the end of all the off-quote recording, unquote, scouting. So, the next episode shall pick up from here. Look forward to seeing you then. And hope you enjoy.